Are you really serious about accomplishing your goals? Or are you just kind of hoping and wishing that the things you want to accomplish will just magically happen or come to pass? And today I was at the gym, which is why I'm specifically creating this video, is because I've had to make some changes. I had to look at myself as like, am I just kind of wishing some things would happen by keeping status quo and maintaining? Well, it wasn't happening. So I had to make some changes. Specifically, I had to change my cardio routine. Historically, cardio has not been my favorite thing to do. I would do it on a minimal basis in the past. But recently, I heard somebody talking about something specific to do in regards to walking. So what I did today and what I've been doing consistently the last 3 weeks is putting the treadmill on a incline of 3 and a speed of 3 and just walking for 15 minutes, which for me is huge. In the past, maybe I'd get up to 10 minutes on something, but I got bored with it. But for some reason, this has kind of kicked in. I've really been enjoying it. In addition to that, I've actually added Saturdays to my gym time, my workout routine, because there's certain things that I want to accomplish from a health perspective. I want a certain level of fitness, and I've just been kind of maintaining for a long time. I've been consistent in working out, but I haven't really been pushing myself. I haven't really been, if the best way to put it, I haven't been taking it seriously. So in doing that, I have been feeling actually better, kind of been changing up my supplements, doing some intermittent fasting. But the point is, I've been trying to change things up. I'm trying to change it so that I'm taking it seriously and I'm not just dabbling in my fitness. So it's really helped me. So I encourage you to take a look at what you're doing. Are you just kind of, hoping that it'll happen and haven't really looked back at what your goal is or what you're trying to accomplish? So look at that, take a look, and is it something that you really want? I mean, you got to decide that first of all. Do you really want this? Do you want, to write a book? Do you want to get to a certain weight? Do you want to start a business? Do you really want that? And if that's the case, if you really ask yourself, is what I'm currently doing going to get me there? That's what I had to look at. What I was currently doing was not getting me there. It was not getting me to a certain weight that I wanted, was not getting me to a certain energy level that I wanted. So I had to make that change. And I decided it is something that I want. So once you decide, is it something you really want? And you've looked at, what you're doing and if it'll actually get you there, decide, all right, what are the things that will get me there? And that's going to take discipline. Don't look at discipline as a dirty word. Discipline's a great word. And start putting habits around what you can accomplish. Quit just focusing on the goal. The goal is there. Set the goal. But now, what are the habits that I can create around that to get me to that spot, to that goal, to that accomplishment, or at least into the process? And you've got to look at habits as something irrespective of feelings, because feelings will lead you all over the place. And if you don't feel like it, if you're not inspired, if you're not motivated, then you'll stop. Look at a habit as a non-negotiable. There are certain things in our lives that should be non-negotiable that we should set as goals. Fitness is one of those. Our spiritual life and walk with God should be another one of those. And bettering our relationships with, our spouse or our kids and then friends should be another one. There are certain things that we should have as non-negotiable that we need to work on, we need to grow in and get better at. So there's some things to do to help you accomplish your goals. And the great thing is the year's not over yet. You can still make great strides towards what you set as a goal or a resolution at the beginning of the year. Be intentional about it and just reset. Start now. Just today is just as good a day to start moving towards your goal as January 1st. So start today. And just imagine where you might be at the end of the year. Now, so of course, you're watching this the last day of the year. You might not make it very far, but you'll hit the next year running and ready to roll. So what are some things that you want to accomplish in your life that you feel like God's called you to that maybe you haven't made any progress towards, or maybe you've kind of forgotten about? Leave a comment and let me know. We can cheer you on to make strides toward that. And if you need help in devising habits towards that, reach out to me and let me know. I hope that encourages you and provides just some practicality on how to reset your year and how you can start making strides towards accomplishing those goals and the purpose and calling that God's called you to. I'll see you next time. And remember, God is good and life should be too.